Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Jacqueline, and if you are new, welcome. Today's video I'm going to share with you guys my top 5 foundations for oily skin. I mentioned this before in other videos that I am very prone to, I am acne prone, and I am also I do have very oily skin, so I'm very picky when it comes to my foundations. It could be a good thing and it could be a bad thing, because I know there's so many foundations out there that I've tried out that are so good. They make my skin flawless, but by the end of the day, or in just a couple of hours, my skin looks very oily and very shiny, but not the shiny that you want your skin to look. Ever since so when I was little, I did have acne. I did suffer with acne, and then I did do many treatments with dermatologists, and throughout the years, as I started growing up, I did not use foundation. I actually only used powder. And then I think around when I was 20 is when I started finally using foundation, because before that I would only use concealer and powder. And it would be a very full coverage powder that I would use, but I was just so scared to use foundations because of the same thing. I didn't want my skin to look oily. So the foundations that I'm sharing with you guys are my recommendations. They're the top 5 that I've used. I've been trying out foundations, like I said, for a very long time. I really hope you find this video useful, and let's get started. So before I get started, I did want to mention that some of these foundations, most of them are drugstore, maybe 1 or 2 are high-end. And before I begin, I know that there's many foundations out there that are good for skin, and especially for oily skin, but these are just the ones that I recommend for now. If you have any recommendations for me, please leave them down below in the comment box. I would love to try new ones. So the very first one I'm going to start with is one that I have already mentioned. I mentioned it to you guys in my twice, I think if I'm not mistaken, in my favorites video, favorite of the month video. And it is this, the Fit Me Maybelline Matte Plus Poreless Foundation. I had told you guys that the one that I had bought in, I think it was January, in my January favorites if I'm not mistaken, that I had gotten a color that was too light for my skin. Well, I got the color perfect for my skin. It's the 125, and it is the nude beige, and this is the one that I've been using right now. As a matter of fact, it's my everyday foundation for now. I like it because it's it really, I've mentioned this before, but it sits well on my skin. It does not make my skin oily, and it's a foundation that you could build up. It's a foundation that you could do like a very lightweight makeup and also to a full coverage makeup. So I really like it because just like I could use it at night, I could use it during the day as well. And it actually says here it's from normal to oily skin. So I know that that has a lot to do with it, that it specifically says that. And it does make my skin look poreless. The second foundation I want to talk about, I don't have it with me. I actually finished it, and I have already talked about it before in one of my videos, but it's the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, the Your Skin But Better one. I love that one. I used that one for years and years. I must say that's the first one I started using when I started using foundation, and I loved it. It really has a really light tone to it. It just makes your skin look very natural, but with coverage. It's very good. It covers your imperfection. It covers what it has to cover without it looking like you actually have a lot of makeup on. It's a really good CC cream, and I really like that one. I know I tried the silver one. I know that they have a new one now that is actually the matte one. I haven't tried that one out yet, but if you have and you loved it, please let me know. I've been wanting to try that one out. That's the blue bottle, I think. So I've used the silver. The blue one is the one that's matte. So if the silver one worked for me, I'm pretty sure that the matte one would look good as well. The second foundation I want to talk about is the one that I am wearing right now, and I just tried this one out recently. It's my newest purchase. The bird. It's my newest purchase, and it is the Milani Conceal and Perfect. I had seen so many videos about this foundation, and I had been wanting to try it, and I finally bought it, and I'm so glad that I did. This foundation is so good. I could really compare it with a high-end foundation. It works really good. It really does its job. It really does give my skin that flawless look without making it look oily, which is a given for me. It's really good. It's $8.99, which is really good, and it really gives you that high-end look. If you look in Pinterest, they have a lot of like dupes for high-end foundations, and this is the Milani concealer. They use it as a dupe for the Armani foundation, the poreless skin. I think that's, if I'm not mistaken, that's what it's called, but or silky skin, something like that. Which that one has also really good reviews. That's another one on my wish list that I want to try out maybe when I finish this one. But yeah, really good foundation, really recommend it. No oily skin with this. About is a really good foundation. I like to use it more around spring and summer because it is a very matte finish. It gives your skin a very matte finish. And it is the Dream Velvet Maybelline foundation. It is a really good foundation. It really leaves your face matte, which is what we want. We don't want it to look so oily. Well, us oily skin girls. It does a really good job. It's also a drugstore. It's from Maybelline, and it's also a really good price. If I'm not mistaken, it's also $8.99, and it's really good. It's just that if you really want glow, not shine, glow, you really have to highlight because it is very matte. It does leave your skin very matte, and that's why it doesn't leave your skin oily. So I could use that foundation all day and it will not leave my skin oily, which is always a good thumbs up. And the last foundation, which has got to be one of my favorite foundations, I talked about it before also in another video, and it has got to be the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. I love it. I told you guys before in my other video that I already finished it, but I bought the Milani and the Fit Me foundation, so I'm not going to purchase it now, but I do want to repurchase it. It's got to be hands down my favorite foundation till now. It's a foundation that you could also build up. You could have a really light coverage to a very full coverage. It really left my skin looking so flawless, so smooth, and it did not make my skin look oily. It's perfect for a day out, for a night out. It is just hands down the best foundation. It is a little bit on the pricey side, but it is, I feel like it is really worth it. If you would like to try it out before making the purchase, because it is kind of like a splurge, you could go to your Sephora or Macy's or Dillard's, and I know that they will give you a little sample of it, so you could try it out and see that it really works. So this is it for today's video, guys. I really hope you guys enjoy it. Leave a comment down below of your favorite foundations. Maybe I could try them out. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Share my channel with your friends. I would be glad to have them here. And I'll see you guys here next time with a brand new video. Bye.